Stop that, you're not allowed. So only damage with Dart Monkey, right? I can only do damage with Dart Monkey. Let's see how far we can carry this fact. A single one or as many as I want? So we're gonna start out with you. I'm gonna put you down. Because the rules say I can only do damage to Dart Monkey. Logically meaning I can still have the Gluggener. Yeah. I mean, also, if it was only Dart Monkeys, period, then we just wouldn't get anywhere. Alright, sharp shots, quick shots. Resetting. Actually, I'm gonna put Dartman, here. You're not here. Here's where one of our Dartmen is going to go. There's where our Glug is gonna go. Gonna have sharp shots, quick shots, and very quick shots for our first one. And we're gonna let that ride for a little bit. Not for like dreadfully long, but a little bit time. We're gonna keep on that ride. That's where the engineer comes in, hiding in the bushes, where we cannot deal damage. Yeah, let me check. Okay, there's foam, so that's where we need to get. Alright, with larger surface area, he's still not touching the track. Wait, did I go wrong? No, I didn't. And now comes Dart Monkey number 2. Gonna focus him on long range and enhanced eyesight darts. Alright. Now we're gonna give him deconstruction, which is gonna be useless for now. Now we're gonna place our third Dart Monkey. Last. Alright. Gonna go with that. We're gonna go long range darts. And enhanced eyesight. Unlike the other monkey, he's not gonna prioritize camo, because that would screw with his aiming. You see, the spike-a-pole monkey is best when you can shoot down straight lines. So we want him doing that as often as possible. And we're gonna pull in some, we're gonna give you your razor sharp shots. Then he's gonna get triple shot. But I'm not sure if we're gonna do that as of yet, because we do need to pop leads. So we're gonna wait for the Matt. You still here? Thought I'd have more commentary on this. All right, we keep it going. We keep it going. Yeah. Okay, now we can pop leads. Later purposes. Yeah. And he's hiding in the bushes, so we can't deal damage. And as an added benefit, he looks creepy. He looks menacing. Like he has, you know, nefarious intentions. Always. Bigger globs, because glue soak would allow him to do damage, and we're not allowed. Well, the second upgrade does. And that's a no-go. It wouldn't be worth the investment, though. If we're not also getting the ability to pop leads. Alright, well, what other upgrades should I be going for next? I think I'm gonna go for you. There we go. Got our monkey village down. I'm gonna expand that radius so we can place more monkeys later. Just the reminder that you exist. Alright, we're blown. So, have they announced Invincible Season 3 yet? Is that on Horizons? I don't watch Arcane. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know this. I mean, honestly, I don't entirely understand where the reputation League of Legends gets come from. Honestly, it's not really a bad game. Plenty of games got worse fan bases, though. I mean, it's a MOBA. MOBAs are like one of the more acquired tastes of video games. How long was that run? I'm thinking about to keep going. I'm not gonna drop a marker. I'm gonna give this one more attempt before we do something else. What? What's new? That's not a stupid idea. Oh, boomerang monkeys are very powerful towers. Yeah, you're wise beyond your own expectations, actually. The Aussie run. A little bit of Aussie, oi, oi, oi. You don't know that? It's like the Australian like football chant. Like, you know, soccer football, not like America football. Yeah. The calling it of soccer actually came before calling it football. I mean, after calling it football. Yeah, England came up with the term soccer. The reason football is called football is because you don't play it on horseback. Yeah. And now they're mad at us for using it. We just didn't update. We didn't update our vernacular in accordance with them because we'd kind of fucked off by that point. Hmm. Hmm. Next time a British person makes fun of you, what you need to do is skin them alive and hide the body. Just commit the most grisly acts of violence ever known to mankind. Next time you interact with a British person. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. I sentence you to watch Mint Mobile ads. I cannot stand Mint Mobile ads. I find them insufferable. They are not funny. They're Ryan Reynolds' worst work. You're Van Milder. Yeah. Pirates really were just pirates. Yeah. You know, people are always like, man, I want to try salted meats and hardtack. I bet that was tasty. Like, it was not tasty. It was nothing even, like, salted meats weren't like jerky. It was more like you just kind of gnaw on this 99% salt strip of nothing until this, like, leather jacket texture is soft enough to swallow without serious throat injuries. And like, and you down, they're like bugs, yeah. And like you down so much salt that you speedrun kidney failure if the alcohol isn't doing that for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No rum. You know, one pet peeve I've tried to do stuff to improve my background over here. I got a little notepad for when I take notes. I guess I didn't need to explain that. I guess I could have just called it a notepad. And that probably would have been sufficient information. But like, yeah. Isn't rum like very sweet? That's what I've heard. Huh? What's the alcohol that's like known for being sweet? Well, like the honey is like fermented to a point where all the sugar turns into alcohol. That's how alcohol happens. Like actually a lot of alcohol is made with honey. That's also why a lot of alcohol is made with fruit. Is wine typically sweet? I don't know if I've had wine in the last ever of my life. Also, can we stop acting like champagne is tasty? Like, it's the most boring alcohol out there. I've always been more of a whiskey fan, especially some Fireball. If I wasn't already, if I didn't already feel like I was actively dying, I'd probably be consuming some Fireball right now. Well, actually, if I didn't feel like that, I'd be going to work, so I wouldn't be getting drunk. Never mind. What, the Danny DeVito one? That's not Danny DeVito. Fuck. That's not Danny DeVito. Who the fuck? Who is Limoncello? I'm gonna look this up. It's probably not spelled like this, but I'm gonna spell it like lemon and the instrument. And hope that doesn't turn up disastrous results. Limoncello. I know Snoop Dogg has a brand of alcohol, because I can find it at my local. Yeah, the Danny DeVito does sell a brand of limoncello. He has his own limoncello. I haven't had limoncello. Then again, I'm not really a huge lemon fan. Like, I don't really, when given opportunities, I never ask lemons for their autographs. So, like, yeah, I'm not sure I'm the target demographic. I just realized I have two jugger monkeys. That's not what they're called. I have two monkey poults. That's not an improvement over situations. Hang on. Nope. Perfect. We have achieved perfection. Okay, back to what I was saying. I keep trying to improve my background because, like, I want it to be kind of visually interesting. Because I kind of hate when, like, YouTubers, like, there's 3 backgrounds I'll accept. Like, if someone's literally just filming in, like, a room of their house, like, you know, what are you really gonna do? Like, I can... Oh, fuck, I forgot to get LEDs. When someone, like, has a green screen, is, like, fair. You've foregone the opportunity for a background. So at least you're, like, not even trying, you know? But when it's, like... And if you're gonna have a bespoke background, like when it's, like, you know, what I got going on here, where it's, like, stuff that speaks to your personality. I got the Steam Deck, barely like, half of it's barely visible. I got Sonic on the Genesis here. Yeah, I'll get it closer to the camera. I have this bad boy. I'd say more of a wannabe Ozzy Osbourne. I have this little dachshund statue. See the boy? I have a whole bunch of Rubik's Cubes. I have, like, my custom Rubik's Cube. The colors I chose. Mainly, of course, the black, purple, and white. That kind of represents my channel. You see it there? Let me put it back where it goes. I have this really cheap Power A Yoshi controller. I think I got this secondhand. I don't know why I got this. And obviously I got everything going on the mantle up there, like my Sonic Legos. I plan to get like a light for it so it's a little more visible. But the backgrounds I hate the most are when it's like you went through the effort of creating a bespoke background and you made it like as boring and sterile as possible. You know? Like I guess that MKBHD, like it's just a bunch of like tacky wall art and like color splotches with maybe a lamp. Like if you're gonna make a custom background, like why make it so like boring, you know? Like again, at that point, just film in like a room or like an office. Like, why make a background and purposely make it dull? You know, is I guess my point. Like I guess a pet peeve. Yeah. Where'd Matt go? I must be busy. There he is. But yeah, like what I was just saying before Matt so rudely interrupted us by his disappearing was like I hate when people make bespoke backgrounds and then purposely make them sterile. You know what I mean? Matt? Like the MKBHD even Markiplier style where it's just like some color splotches and some lamp. Maybe some lamps if you're fancy. Like my background isn't like super well lit. Like I've got to improve that, but there's still stuff going on that speaks to me personally. And like I think definitely MKBHD is responsible for this trend. Like he's pushed that very sterile modern tech aesthetic onto most of YouTube that I can't entirely stand. Because like if you look at the branding I've created for my channel, like sure the thumbnail and like the border I have right now, which I'm probably gonna go back to the old one, is a little boring. But like that's mostly just for simplicity's sake and like template creation. But you know, most of my branding is like the kind of Kirby dot style stuff going on. Because I really like that aesthetic. It's not just like boring modern tech nothingness. Like, I know it's a pet peeve. It's such a pet peeve that I have to feed and water it twice a day and regularly change its litter. But it's a pet peeve that bothers me nonetheless, you know? It's like, I miss when YouTube channels had, like, personality. Like, in their presentation. Like, obviously, like, I don't think anyone's gonna say Markiplier doesn't have personality. But, like, in, like, terms of how they present to you, is what I mean. Because, like, there's so many channels now that are just, like, white walls with, like, a little wavy picture of nothing behind them. And, like, a red, maybe some red blocks. Like a shelf. Yeah. It's, like, put up something that's like you. Like, maybe, like, get a poster from your favorite game. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I got the little, the Moyu cube storing robot for Rubik's Cubes. I didn't want this, but the only way to buy the Moyu RS3M V5 when I wanted it, the UV coded one, well, not the UV coded, the ball core maglev only came with this. I know I'm speaking Greek to you guys, but now I just kind of use it like a decoration, you know? I'm missing the faceplate it normally has. I don't know where that is, but it doesn't really matter. And if you're wondering, yes, the full name is the Moyu RS3M V5 Ball Core Maglev. And yes, I am speaking about a Rubik's Cube and not a bomb. I know it sounds like a weapon, but trust me, it isn't. It does sound a bit like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'll give it that. Though to this point, GAN has yet to release a Blue Eyes White Dragon. They probably got that in the works, though. I wouldn't be shocked. They have a lot of stuff. if my fingers weren't so shaky, I'd probably show off some cubing. Again, there's a reason I'm playing a game that is pretty much just all one button. That. I always hated like when I was a kid and like I would be like sick. My mom would see me be playing video games like, oh, like you're too sick to go to school, but you're playing your video games. It's like one of these things requires far more effort and brain power than the other. Like me playing in my games is not the same as me being in math class. You know? The fuck was that? Alright. Yeah. I've just been sitting here pressing the space bar for some minutes just talking about nonsense. Which is cool. I like doing that, but like that's what's been going on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream in like 20 minutes here. Yeah. That's a skill issue. See you around, Kudai? Yeah. Sure I'll be able to do this again sometime. I'm definitely gonna have to figure out what the hell is going on with my new follower thing. Because it's supposed to be scrolling and it's just kinda not. I don't know if it's visibly not doing anything on stream. I don't know. Is the new rat scrolling on stream or is it just stationary? Matt, is the new rat thing above my face cam scrolling or not? Yeah, I don't know why it's not. It's supposed to be scrolling. Yeah, not your friend YT is a pretty good YouTuber. Like, he's doing a series right now about the shady and unethical lies of like Nintendo. And mostly, we did some talking about it. Mostly, like, one thing I mentioned was like, that I'm particularly concerned about is how whenever like there's layoffs in the gaming industry, people love to talk about, oh, Satoru Iwata took a 50% pay cut to avoid layoffs, like fucking what, almost 15 years ago now, and they often forget about the several rounds of layoffs Nintendo's been engaged with since. Like I got a little crackpot conspiracy theory of my own that like I think Nintendo has intentionally been doing like smaller rounds of layoffs to avoid them being large enough to make news. I mean, that is in Japan, so it's already less likely to make news over here. But like, I think that's why they mostly do smaller layoffs, because those get less coverage, you know? People aren't as likely to be making a big fuss about that. As like with Bungie, say, when they laid off like what, half their staff a few months back, and that made some big rounds. I knew the Sony deal was gonna turn into some kind of disasters. Like it did lead to some benefits, like definitely, like in the actual content, like way of it. But I feel like it did lead to some drawbacks. Like now they're in the corporate culture of Sony, which has always been some garbage. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Sony's just been real dog shit at PR since always, but especially in the past few years. Like when during the when Roe v. Wade got overturned, and like Sony was like telling its studios like, don't comment on this, don't mention abortions, don't mention stances, And then all the shooters are like, no, fuck you. We're gonna like stand against this anyways and say like we support like women's rights. And that was a real bad look for Sony, you know? Like trying to police what its game studios were allowed to like say. Like a lot of real bad looks on Sony's end recently. But there's also like some things I just don't get. Like people were blaming you know how there was at one point a Last of Us MMO planned? Well, there was, and it got canceled. People wanted to blame Bungie for that. You may remember, Bungie did not make The Last of Us. So Sony brought Bungie in primarily for their prior experience in online games and live service models. And they had Bungie review a lot of projects that were in development at the time and discuss like it could be. What do you mean is what it says? Oh, alright. That would make sense. But like one thing is so Bungie reviewed The Last of Us, and their whole take on it was pretty much this doesn't like make sense. Why is this a thing? And also we don't see how a sustainable content model could be created based on The Last of Us, and we don't think this game dev studio has the infrastructure to maintain this. And then the project was canceled by I think it's Naughty Dog not long after. No, it's not Naughty Dog. Is it Naughty Dog? Who makes Last of Us? Whoever makes The Last of Us canceled it. And people want to blame Bungie, even though, according to The Last of Us devs themselves, they chose to cancel the project, not because of Bungie's feedback, but because they simply did not have the resources to manage a project like this, and none of the devs really wanted to work on it in the first place. Which is kind of aligned with what Bungie was saying, but I think it's more just further proof that Bungie was like right, you know? That again, who the fuck would want to play a Last of Us MMO? It feels kind of weird, you know? Yeah, it's gonna call that markers. Yeah, so how do we end this stream? What do we end it with? What do you want to do? Well, it's not 2 hours yet. An hour 45. I promise my viewers a minimum of 2, unless I change my mind, but I haven't. Well, yeah, but if everything I say turns out to be a lie, then it's not surprising. Then it's harder to deceive them. Do I even have that installed? Let me check if I have that installed. I do not. Just for the last 15 minutes of the stream. Let's do another round of co-op. See what damage we can do. We'll take another crack at that bricks map. Difficulty medium. Sound good? Alright. Join the invite. The fuck is this? These map splits.
Some of these are just pure nonsense, so just great. Yeah, let me readjust things.
Can't wait till my actual mic gets here. Yeah, but like an actual mic stand. Well, mic arm. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's the mic that's normally $80. Yeah, look at this map split. Can't do shit. I mean, this one makes sense. This one makes marginally less sense. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Let's get funky. Yeah, I won't have to deal with this fucking thing being on my face, and I'll actually be able to like make less noise by getting further from the mic. That'll be nice. I'm getting a dynamic mic, which in some circumstances is usually cheaper, and if you set it up right, it can help block out, well, not block out, but not pick up background noise as much as other mic types do. Yeah, which is kind of good because my room isn't really audio treated. I don't have like dampening padding and all that, which you normally would in a recording area. Like I have a bit, like I have the blanket there, which is sort of helping with sound quality in my area, but yeah, it's not nearly enough. Like I might set up a little bit more at some point. Maybe I'm probably gonna end up moving by the end of this year or early next year, so maybe then I'll invest in a little bit of sound treatment, but until then. We'll take this one step at a time. It'll be nice to have a dedicated webcam so I can actually use my phone while I stream. Because, yeah, Earring is just too scuffed for me to keep relying on, honestly. Do you plan to start streaming? I remember you talking about that at some point. What do you mean, the stuff? People stream off Steam Deck. You download OBS. It's about all you do. Desktop mode isn't that bad, aside from Linux. The Linux is unfortunate, but you know, you do what you gotta do. OBS does have I think a dedicated Linux version. So there's that. I've been learning GIMP recently. You know, the image editing software. That's what I use to make the new versions of my thumbnails, because I finally got fucking sick and tired of PixArt. I'm sure you remember PixArt. You know? Do you? PixArt? The app? Yeah, it's a photo editing app. Yeah. I used it for like 10 years and I finally got fucking tired of it, so, Not Your Friend recommended GIMP. And now I'm using that. What? It's a photo editing software. Yeah, now I use that to edit stuff. So that's what I remade the the thumbnails for the upcoming gunfire videos in. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, the thumbnails for the already released gunfire videos in. And probably the thumbnails for the video you're watching right now. If you're one of those sickly, disgusting YouTube viewers. Frankly, why aren't you watching this on Twitch? Why are you being weird? Why aren't you watching the streams? Come on, man. You're being strange. Everyone's looking at you funny. Oh, the plurality of stream elements is giving you judgmental looks, man. You're being awkward. Just watch the streams. Stop making Gunfire Reborn Stop Talking video get more views for some reason in spikes consistently to this day, and watch the streams. If we're gonna stream more Gunfire, you can watch it in person. You can watch me look better than Karai by comparison in person. Well, not in person, but live. As it happens with a few seconds delay. Yeah, Matt, are you gonna help me peer pressure YouTube viewers into watching on Twitch? Yeah, I want to give it another shot. Or do you want to call it? All right. All right. I guess we're gonna end the stream a few minutes early, which is all as well because my energy's kind of drained. I've been feeling worse throughout the day, so probably no stream tomorrow. I'm probably gonna take the time for some R&R. I also gotta work tomorrow, so let's hope I'm feeling better and I can go in and earn some money. And that'll be the end of this stream. Goodbye.